Yeah! I'm no argument.
How high are you right now? Oh, that's what he wanted to do before.
World star. Not an argument.
Sorry. Lyricism, finding ideas, debating ideas, seeing which ideas can rise to the top without calling people names or without blowing a horn in their face.
I agree with the free speech motion, but at the same time, you have to realize that some of the free speech that you do get out doesn't do anything to help. I mean, if you're trying to get free speech to improve the country, absolutely.
Yeah.
When your free speech is putting a harder spotlight on people that have a little bit tougher. I'm not asking for, no one's asking for the victim card, no one's asking for that. But there's a lot more that you can do to improve, a lot more that you can do to carry on improving the country than free speech of, her major point of this is the indigenous party, that's ridiculous. That doesn't do anything. Okay, cool, the history is there, fine. If you want to improve the country, work together. Find an actual median that, okay, this is where we stand, this is where you stand. Let's find a way. That doesn't do any shit to help that. And you know damn well that doesn't.
But you don't agree with what she's saying, but that's why we're having the free speech in the first place.
But that's not free speech.
Just because somebody disagrees with his argument doesn't mean he has the right to say it.
From India. Okay. I'm on the intellectual dark web with someone called Iona Italia.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're on the general left side of the intellectual dark web. Sure. And they said no one should have Faith Goldy here.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'll drive from Burlington and I'll ask her a question you want me to. Okay, and the question she wanted me to ask was, and I can see if I can remember it correctly. Iona wanted me, and if I could ask Faith, I would do it now. If people are willing to fit into the Western lifestyle in terms of their beliefs and their understanding of things like free speech and empiricism and science and what have you, then why would it matter of their ethnicity?
Okay, now let me ask you something. You just brought up a great point.
Yeah.
That was my favorite professor. He taught me a lot about fitting in and everything like that. How are you going to talk about fitting into the Western when the Western is what's corrupt? If you go to the East, I'm African. If you come to Africa, you come to Asia, you come to whatever. They are miles better in education. They are miles better in number. They're miles better at a lot of things. Medicine, you name it. Some of the brightest minds are from there. But you want to talk about fitting in, and they bring them over here, and they have to fit into the system.
I'm talking more
enlightenment. And what do you mean enlightenment? That's my point. Where did you get math from?
So you're saying that you guys are here to make us better?
One second. No, I'm not. Nobody's. That's the thing.
You're saying that we're not good enough for you guys to even try to fit in with us.
We're not trying to. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm
trying to enlighten us.
I'm not. I haven't even said that. My point to you.
You just said that.
Let him finish. My point to you. Sorry. My point to you is simply that, as much as we have it great there with mathematics and the Arabics bringing math, not just the Greek, sorry about that, but as much as we have all of that, we don't come here to say our style is better, so take our style and do this. When you guys came to our countries, Africa could have eradicated you. Same with Asia, same with you name it. We could have eradicated you, but we accepted you in.
Why you're talking about?
But that's my point.
Hundreds of years ago.
What is she doing here? That's exactly what she did at the start of the whole thing.
Insecure.
At the start.
Why the fuck do you need to say we could have eradicated you?
But that's my point. That is my point. My point is
Canada's a place people want to move from all over the world to come here.
Of course.
I teach immigrants English.
That's great.
And what I can give to them is enlightenment thinking is something that can raise people up in all parts of the world. Look at Korea.
For sure.
Look what happening in India.
No doubt.
That's a non-racial thing.
And that's
about
I agree with you, but what I'm trying to say
Precisely. So how are you going to preserve the identity if you immigrate, if you're allowed? Well, that's right. Exactly.
You can't tell somebody how,
right. So you have to either keep people out, or those who are already in, don't let them expand. Or you can't, and don't let those expand who are already here.
Fully veiled Muslim women
but if I brought someone from across overseas to here, they would probably not agree with our style of living. That doesn't mean that it's wrong, doesn't mean that it's right. It's everybody's own lifestyle. Now, I'm agreeing with you talking about your opinion.
And when so when they get on a bus, and if the bus driver asks them to unveil, of course they are. All the Muslim scholars in Canada have said if a Muslim woman who's veiled goes on a bus or we're in the voting booth and the authorities ask her to unveil, she has a religious obligation to unveil. A religious obligation to unveil. The religious authorities are telling her to unveil if the authorities ask her for a gun license, for voting, to get on a bus.
Yeah, pulling the fire alarm. Like, why are we out here?
Yes.
To go and get a gun without having their picture
Now, I don't think a lot of people, I think a lot of people agree with you. Not everybody. But
Balaclavas, guys can go in balaclavas.
No, they're not allowed.
But if they believe deeply for religious conscience, right? For the reason of conscience.
You can get a religious saying this person is not allowed to be photographed, which means they do not need a photograph
defend the
on
If
their
the
authority.
smack dab in the middle.
Like, I am not in favor of an ethno state by any means. Like, I think that fucking, you know, in terms of like IQ, like there, you know,
What if it's too late at this point?
every race has people with high IQs and fucking that are valuable to society.
Listen, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to spread by to counter his point where he said fitting into the West. That's my point. Is that every society has brought its own to it. If we all come together and use what we can do, freedom of speech is great. It accomplishes so much, but at the same time, it takes away. It doesn't help much when the message is ethnocentrism. I get what you're saying. You don't agree with that. We don't agree with that. We already made an agreement right here. Think about this. We just made an agreement right now.
Her being able to talk is so that I can ask her questions that show the bullshit of the point of view, right?
Exactly, and I agree with that. If it's just that, but not a lot of people. Here's the thing: not a lot of people have your view. Like just right now,
How do we know that? How do we know that?
I think most people here have that. We won't. If we don't allow them to speak, we won't know what they think.
Okay, and that's why I'm saying it's not a problem. I agree, but right now, him and I just hit a point together that we have an agreement. He's against ethnocentrism, so am I. But we don't know that, like you said, and that's what I'm trying to say. But when we open our mouths to do just that, that's not a problem. When we open our mouths to say, let me just use, I'm not saying that's her point, but let's say, the world was better when it was all just whites. Not saying that she said that, but when we open our mouths to say something along those lines, whether or not we actually mean that, it's been said. It's out there. Now, if you're a black person like myself and I hear, let's say, you say that, I'll take offense to that. And I'm going to come at you and say, hey man, what the hell are you doing? What are you saying? But if you're having freedom of speech, as in, like you said, to bring out the points, bring out her arguments, having a diplomatic statement, she has facts. I want to hear those facts. I'm with you. I want to know what she says are facts or what she says are stats. Because on the other end, just like there was a counter rally today, you can have that back and forth. If you come at it with one end,
Backing up,
yeah.
our ability to listen to something different was taken away.
I agree.
And this gentleman decided to blow his horn.
And now, and listen, I'm telling you, I said it was unnecessary. It wasn't funny. I didn't cheer for that like many other people did. I
served in the Canadian Forces, buddy. So I was out there waiting and trying to keep free speech so that little pukes like you could run around and do whatever you want.
It's okay. Listen, call names like you're right. Like you said earlier,
I
name
think
calling
someone that blows a horn
is
in a gentleman's face is a puky thing to do.
Okay, it was disrespectful, and on behalf of him, I'll apologize.
Shake hands, shake hands, shake hands.
I was listening to her speak, and I was not one of them.
Okay.
But when I saw you guys keep going back and forth, this nonsense, you were yelling, he was yelling, there's no need for that. That's not freedom of speech. That's an argument that's getting escalated. So, and they put an end to it right there, and now we're having this great talk.
So, we had a great talk. Honestly, at the end of the day,
productive way to go about it, though.
Probably, yeah.
and it's in the past. It's in the past. He's apologized. Do you accept his apology?
I do.
Okay. So now, do you see what we just did here? Instead of having a debate and having whatever she was going to say that would have been inflammatory, we're still going to hear it, and I want to hear that. But instead of having all that, instead of having him yell at you, you yell at him, whatever it is, we just had a conversation. What are our points? What are our views? It's settled. It's pretty simple. We're going to hear her eventually. And then after then, you'll have your questions. You'll ask your questions. I'll ask my questions. You'll ask your questions, so on and so forth. It's an impasse. But having this back and forth, this yelling, this and that, and he apologizes, whatever.
A guy gave me the,
you know what I mean? So
because I was asking someone why he was trying to shout her down.
Exactly.
So,
and hey, and that's
basically. I'm sorry. If you're going to shout someone down, that's cowardice, because it means you don't have an idea. It
What's
means
going on?
You can't, express your views.
There you go.
And basically, we're back into barbarism, and it's not worth it.
We're good.
So
Awesome.
Take care. No problem.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful.